Former ADC members demand replacement of Tribal Affairs Minister Letpao Hawkipt and conduction of pending ADC elections together with upcoming Lok Sabha polls. Chief Minister Nongthombam Birane launches National E-Vidhan application. Manipur Legislative Assembly goes digital. House members will have access to comprehensive digital resources. Chief Minister Nongthombam Birane launches project under GAD and Transport Department. Gadget copies of last 67 years dating back to 1950 successfully digitized. MPCC President K. Meghachandra says Congress party is all set to raise the Manipur crisis and various other issues in State Assembly session, which begins tomorrow. People continue widespread protests and unabated, demanding abrogation of suspension of Operation Package Bulletins, removal of Assam rifles and implementation of NRC in Manipur. A 3-day intensified pulse polio immunization campaign for children between 0 to 5 years of age and the National Immunization Day set to begin on March 3. Hello and welcome to Impact News. So watching Primetime English Bulletin, I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM, bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Now, the news in details. Former members of Autonomous District Council, ADC, demand conduction of long-pending ADC elections together with upcoming Lok Sabha polls and replacement of Tribal Affairs and Health Minister Letpao Hawkipt as his long absence hinder welfare and development activities in hill areas. Addressing the media at ADC Bhavan in Chingmairong today, former executive members of ADC Ukrul, the Wungayo Ningshend, accused the state government of trying to wipe out local bodies as it has failed to conduct election for local bodies, including ADC election, which is pending for 3 years and 3 months. He said developmental activities for people in the hill have declined due to long-pending ADC election, as it is the ADC that carry out developmental works in places where local MLAs cannot reach. Wungayo Ningshend also drew the attention of Chief Minister Nongthombam Birane to replace Letpao Hawkipt from holding the portfolio of Tribal Affairs Minister, as his long absence in the state since the start of the violence has made welfare and development activities take a backseat in the hill areas. Expressing disappointment that social welfare activities in hill areas are pending in the physical absence of Tribal Affairs and Health Minister Letpao Hawkipt, he appealed to replace Letpao Hawkipt by another MLA.
Parliamentary election aduga state assembly gidi sum election chi tum pangthotun lai handak su pangthokadori adu local body election si di hawjik chahi ahum ga thaum si shuwa phawda ngasi phawda masi pangthokpi de defeat the spirit of three-tier system of governance. Local bodies si eco state government sin muthatle haibda thoidokna laloi haina dum lawi adu aimni na three-tier system of governance si defeat tawgramni na there is no local self government in the hills as well as in the valley. State government ki action sina takpadi government na si fail government ni haina tai haibgi wani adu sigumba fail government oihanning de aduna handak lagiba parliamentary election siga ulapna local bodies chingda oiro tamda oiro si singse election si tobio haibsi state government da masi ekoi request taw hojik ekoi manipur ki situation na si yengraga yam nungaite wahan yam shogi especially ekoi ki tribal affairs and hills ki mantri si leitabaga chamman re out of station oibni na karino tawgada wa tana gada wa paikhat gada wa hiram khuding maksi physical presence leitamni na tawfam thokpa even macha amashu social welfare scheme sing haisini adu fau kermada tawya da dun leire so yaragadi we request the state government ekoi development da yam shokrak panina yaragadi mantri si so hojik situation si yengi hairaga sindok pirab di phagadra haib si so ekoi site gi masima suggestion sumai thamge.
Chief Minister Nongthoma Bireen launched National E-Vidhan application NE-VA at Manipur Legislative Assembly today. NE-VA aims at connecting legislatures of the Parliament and all legislative assemblies digitally. Through this platform, members will have access to comprehensive digital resources, including legislative documents, committee reports, debates, and much more. Speaking on the occasion, Nongthoma Bireen said the aim of launching NE-VA is to transform India into a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy under Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He said under the Prime Minister's leadership, India aims to become the third biggest economy in the world in the next 5 years. He said Centre has identified 44 mission mode projects and that NE-VA is one of the projects to facilitate paperless assembly. Nongthoma Bireen maintained that one main objective for launching NE-VA is to help the assembly become more transparent, accessible, accountable, and effective in promoting democracy. He said transforming the legislatures into digital houses will be beneficial to the economy and environment. Nongthoma Bireen said e-assembly service is a prerequisite for e-democracy, a stage where information and communication technology forms an integral part of democratic expressions, and that it will be a big platform for the country's oneness by linking all legislatures of the country together in one platform based on the Prime Minister's concept of one nation, one application. Speaker Thokchom Satyavata, Ministers, MLAs, Chief Secretary Dr. Vinit Joshi, Director General of Police Rajiv Singh, Administrative Secretaries, among others, attended the event. A mock training session was also held for the members.
The government of India launched the policy to transform India into a digitally empowered society and a knowledge economy. Honorable PM Magi Makhad. The government 44 mission mode project identified to National E-Vidhan application haidana tarukana adugi manuda any National E-Vidhan application one of the 44 mission mode projects MLP ki makhasi paperless assembly machine electronics ki facilitate legislative ke mari lainabo assembly ke mari lainabo work khuding makta.
Chief Minister Nongthoma Bireen launched e-gazette.mn.gov.in under the project Digitization and E-Archiving of Manipur Gadget, Radio Frequency Identification-based ID card issuance systems, Swagatam, the inventory management systems, and the inductions of e-vehicles in General Administrative Department's fleet of vehicles at the Chief Minister's Secretariat yesterday. He said he also launched 10 faceless services in Vahan application of State Transport Department under the project Digitization of E-Archiving of Manipur Gadget. 1,079 ordinary gadgets and 30,237 extraordinary gadgets dating back to 67 years ago, spanning from 1950 to 2017 have been successfully digitized and are uploaded on the website. Remaining gadgets from 2017 to 2021 are getting uploaded. Public can download the digitized gadgets from the website without going to the library at the Directorate of Printing and Stationery, Manipur. The project is a step towards preserving historical records and enhancing accessibility to valuable information. The RFID-based ID card will be issued for officers, staff working in the Secretariat. The card, which is linked to the Centralized Management Information System CMIS of Government of Manipur, will enable immediate verification of ID card holders. Swagatam will simplify the process of scheduling appointment for citizens seeking to meet government officials for a hassle-free appointment system. GAD's electric vehicles fleet is a step towards India's flagship scheme for promoting electric mobility. The 10 faceless services of the Transport Department includes the transfer of ownership in case of a normal sale, transfer of ownership by successions, transfer of ownership of vehicles purchased into public auction, issue of a duplicate RC, change of address in RC, hypothecation, addition, termination, continuation, no objection certificate, information of RC particulars, withdrawals of applications and mobile number updation, Aadhaar base. Public can avail these services online and need not visit the transport office. Chief Minister Nongthorn Birent appreciated the officials of GAD, Transport Department and National Informatic Center, Manipur for their efforts in coming up with the project. He said digitizations of Gazette has been a long due dream, adding that with the digitizations of all records, there would be no room for manipulation of records.
Even the whatever happening today itself, Shishu, wrong information, wrong publication, wrong documents, forgery, duplicate, so many things. Adu Mamayam create already. Even dispute in the forest area, even dispute in the wet time area, dispute in the revenue area, dispute in the hill area. Highly must records properly maintained of the preserved of the because we have given a manipulation room to the publics. Although if Sigi Posina personal manipulation to forgery to Amama to later.
MPCC President K. Megachandra says Congress party is all set to raise Manipur crisis and various other issues in State Assembly session which begins tomorrow. Speaking to media at Congress Bhavan in Imphal today, Megachandra said 5 numbers of sittings for this Assembly session is too less considering the extent of issues facing the state and urged the government to extend the Assembly session if it could. He also urged the government to ensure the presence of all the 60 MLAs by arranging adequate security and helicopter services. The Congress president informed that the Congress party is all set to table the recent Kangla meet in the Assembly. Megachandra lamented that state government is yet to send recommendation for enlisting Meitei community in the scheduled tribe list and assured that the Congress party will put in all possible efforts for the same.
Tang Kunipande, Hogodoribasida, Yam effectively, Pazasina, Sayan Pibiraputo, Logeraga, Equina House the Mapung Pana, Santi Purapang of Nava, Kamneva, Kutak the Lepa, Namnava, House it Equina, Putokani, Masidesida, Equi, Ladyba, Rulingi, Amadi, Assembly, Ladyba, staff sing, Adagi, Ladyba, Assembly, Aqui, Speaker, Mayam Punamonaiqui, Handaki, Session Sida, Equi, Pazana, Paikalaga. Adi Manipur Santi Poropangam Navidamakta, Ekoi, Warep, Lomina Nabagidamata, Ekoi, Congress Party, Langasi, Lajeri Hibase, Masigi Damakta, Aina, Mayamda, Kanjabani.
World Meitei Council Manipur State Unit President Yu Kunjo urged relevant authorities to take a decision on the scheduled tribe status of Meitei in State Assembly session and to send necessary recommendations to the center. Speaking to media at Manipur Press Club today, Kunjo expressed concerns over the uncertainty of Meitei community's future if it fails to get scheduled tribe status ahead of nationwide delimitation exercise in 2026. He appealed to Meitei and Naga MLAs to take a firm stance regarding the matter. He warns that Meitei people will face intense terror if state legislatures fail to do the needful.
Madhugi criteria subosudava habidudi Marilena department center dagi check tawzarga pekadabani aduga masibu aikoina migi sangvidhangi oiba right ama tanba matamda aikoina masida oigi yetna khotana kana objection tawise masi tawidabudi haibase nagagi MLA sing martasu ko support tawkhiyeba midai praja sing gi martasu samda samana sawalaba pamnaraba aduga amuk Mantri MLA sing martasu loiramangna masi asuma kongtangni hana sawalaba suma tanda asida soina putorkani haibase akoida World Meitei Council da thajabal lejere.
Women vendor will take widespread demonstration tomorrow between 11 a.m. and 12 noon, demanding decisions to abrogate suspension of operation agreement with Kuki militants in assembly. Day protests will follow torch rallies in the evening in all the localities. Speaking to media, Kokomi coordinator Thokchom Somarendra said Manipur crisis is nearing 10 months, but both central and state government have failed to take any decisive actions to end the crisis. Stating that suspension of Operation PAG with Kuki militants ends on February 29th, he urged state legislatures to take a concrete decisions to abrogate suspension of Operation PAG with Kuki militants groups in assembly session. He urged women vendors to carry out protest rallies by wearing red attire. Somarendra expressed sadness over the bomb blast and series of arson incident on February 23, which left one student dead and one journalist was assaulted. He urged the government to take action against the perpetrators. He maintained that it would be good if those involved in the incidents come out with a clarification.
Hayeng lagliba tang kunipan ge ayuki pung 13 dagi hawrga pung 13 tu 12 am si koi sida Manipur da laiba kaithen khurimakta kaithen phambi ima singna wakat mipum phambi ba amadi akoina slogan khara hore loirakpada pijagani khalba slogan adu loirakpada lawbiba masi koigi Manipur da kaithen phambi riba ima sing khuding mangna tawbiyu haiba wafam kokomigi side dagi hanba koigi te protest asi masi thamjari masida miyamna mateng pangbiyu kaithen ima singna mateng pangbiyu haiduna kokomigi side dagi thamjage aduga hayeng nubidangi koi pung 3 taba matamda Manipur gi mafam khudimukta lairiba ima singna yaragadi akoi angangba phijon si setuna anoba onba ma Manipur da purakna naba akhanna phijon la je koina tamdana sete yade habinate koina onba ma pamjabadagi anoba onba ma purakpa ngamna nabgi demakta akoi nubidangi pung 3 taba matamda magi lekai da magi khungangda mairagi lili chatpiu haiduna kokomi gi side gi thamjage masida khoigi Manipur miyamna saru yabidunum pumphan biu haibisu kokomi na thamjage.
People of Kakching district took out protests at various places under the banner of People's Alliance for Peace and Progressive Manipur, demanding abrogation of suspension of Operation PAG with Kuki militants and against the alleged double standard of Assam Rifles. Ilang Kangpokpi Apunba Mairapai Bi Loop Stage protest meet at Ilang Kangpokpi Mamang Leikai Community Hall. Waikong Ningthau Manai Apunba Mairapai Bi Loop Stage protest at Waikong Ningthau Manai Community Hall. Waikong Laimanai Apunba Mairapai Bi Loop Stage protest at Waikong High School ground and monitoring committee Kakching Kuno along with local Mairapai Bi women took protest at Kakching Kuno Lamkai. Protesters demand decisions on abrogation of suspension of Operation PAG with Kuki militants on the first day of upcoming assembly session.
Handoknabagidamagta warep lauraga center thagadabani aduga makhatana tangkunipangi makhataba abuk sulsi satharakwa taragadi praja mayam singna akanba action lokhatuna akoi mayoknagani
hauji Manipurdagi Assam Rifle je atuba matamda lokthopiro atopa BSF amadi CRPF na bahut sinpiyo.
Young Sociocultural Union Wahengbam Leikai also stressed protest meet in Wahengbam Leikai today demanding non-extension of suspension of Operation PAG with Kuki militants group and removal of Assam Rifle from Manipur.
Uzi akoi samada India government na cookies ki singa su tongnari ba basi akoi praja sina su pamde yaraga di extend to bigenu cookie ga su extend to basila akoi praja da su sugi mati ware aduna yaraga di extend to bigenu haina praja mayam gi maikai di hajari.
Mairapai members and locals of Changangai Makha Leikai also took out protest demonstrations against the abrogation of suspension of operations with Kuki militants and removal of Assam Rifle from Manipur. Former Secretary of Changangai Maning Leikai Apunba Nupi Lamjing Lubt Khumukcham the Druhini urged state legislatures to take decisions on discontinuation of suspension of Operation PAG with Kuki militants in the upcoming assembly session, which begins tomorrow.
Mutai masa sing di shanti leba pamba kamiwan da khanaba haudaba haurabada nongchagumba asigumba thauna lingje lasina yam gharba kuki gi lanmi asi Myanmar rom da gi salapa mayam ama de inai bakte gleijar ma mayam ma punsina raga landaragli ba ase ngakthok ngangani kanagi mateng yaudana ngakthok ngangani hana nongchagum na leidiba maitai sil inang singsu hainingai leitana thagachari nupi aikhoisu thawaina pon thawar ima leiba ki damakta siba ki dan songthorkani haibase India government amasung Manipur government ki mafamda Aikoina hanbalaitan honagani thawai thagani haiba sibawda aikoi haijari assembly famdoi basogi matang sida su lothopiu amuhana bukiga su tongnia bigano aikoi nungaina santi leina ima leibaki damakta thawai thajaga doriba mayamse santi leina amuktangdi leihanbiyo.
As part of the widespread agitation called by People Alliance for Peace and Progressive Manipur, people also staged sit-in at Pauna Bazaar, holding various placards endorsing Manipur's integrity. Protesters said central forces are supposed to safeguard state, but the village volunteers are doing their job. Kaisampat, Kangabam Laikai, Mairapaibi women also held similar protests at Kangabam Laikai Machin.
Thengnagadoi ba sarkar mkhoina thengnadraga central force mkhoina thengnadraga masi Manipur bacha daina shutam godaba tung yumbi ro na hasingna thengnali ba mari kari marang ino utu watu pairaga da kuki chu sing dugo sengna khoi kuki military sing terror nakro terrorist sing duga mkhoi ge lan thengna bagi mathok chunta ta de Manipur government gi ahen ba force amadi central government gi am force sina duna atu matam da ngasi gi lal solution view.
Phaknung Apunba Mairapaibi also took out protests at Phaknung Mayai Laikai, chanting slogans such as Save Manipur, Save India from Kuki narco-terrorists, do not extend suspension of operation agreement with Kuki militants, removed Assam rifle from Manipur and deport illegal Kuki immigrants from the state. Sawongbung, Thongkong, Tamna, Chengjoibi, Mairapaibi group also carried out protest demonstration at Sawongbung, Thongkong. Coordinating Body Kurai, Joint Action Coordination Committee Manipur, Kurai Ningthobung Laikai, Women Welfare Association Kurai Ningthobung Tingsit Road, Mairapaibi Mothers Association Kurai Tingsit Road, along with various organizations in Kurai area, took out a rally from the Kurai Lamlong Bazaar with an intention to submit a memorandum to Governor at Raj Bhavan. The rally was intercepted by security forces at Kurai Ohongai, Thangjam Laikai, and only few representatives were allowed to proceed ahead to submit their memorandum to the governor. During the rally, people chanted slogans demanding abrogation of suspension of Operation PAG with Kuki militants, implementation of NRC in the state, etc. Protest was also held at Bamolaikai, Mangi Makong, Sangai Chithek, demanding abrogation of suspension of Operation PAG with Kuki militants grouped, removal of Assam rifled. Mairapaibi members also staged protests meet at Brahmapur Social Club Auditorium. Friends Union Club also held similar protests at the Kurai Haigrumakong. Protesters chanted slogans such as deport illegal Kuki migrants, abrogate suspension of operation with Kuki terrorists. Two-day protest meet of the KG Moirang Kendra Apunba looped demanding discontinuation of suspension of Operation PAG with Kuki militants, removal of Assam rifles and promote implementation of NRC in Manipur kickstart today at Moirang Lamkai. People of Kaching district also staged sit-in and took out mass rally demanding discontinuation of suspension of Operation Pact with Kuki militants and storage of land record for Kaching district at Kaching district office by March 10th. Steering Committee Civil Society Organization Kaching District organized the protest meet in front of Kaching Kaitheld Nauhalai Laibung. Protesters marched towards DC office and submit a memorandum including their demand to Kaching ADM for forwarding to Prime Minister and Chief Minister through Kaching DC. Speaking on the sideline, the President of all Kaching Clubs Coordinating Committee, Ketrimayum Dharmadas, said they are against extension of suspension of Operation Pact with Kuki militants beyond February 29th and that people in Kaching district are facing problems as land records of the villages under revenue jurisdiction of Kaching district have been shifted to Imphal.
Kaching district asida akoi lagliba market tang tara phau manungda Kaching district ki land record sing asi Kaching district asida thamba aduga leidiba mari leino officer sing asi district asida phajana mapung phana office kahanduna akoi ki land record sing asi Kaching praja na thengnirba si makoi na masi konduna tang tara phau manungda konbiu karimba tang tara phau manungda kon tergadi pakha thaba hena kanchin ba khongjang mayam ama sangchilkani.
People staged sit-in near Topokpi oil pump along Tidim Road today against the abduction of 38-year-old Arubam Bond, a VDF personnel by unknown miscreants from Vishnupur district, Topokpi Awangleikai Ward number 1 last night. Secretary of United Women's Development Organization Raj Kumari Tombisana demanded unconditional release of Arubam Bond and also appealed to consult local authority, local clubs in Mairapai groups even if he has done anything wrong. VDF personnel Arubam Bond is deployed as security at Vishnupur DC office gate. A distraught father of one of the students who went missing on July 6 last year urged state legislatures to take decisions to locate her body in the upcoming assembly session. Speaking to media at his residence in Sagolband Tera today, the father accused the government of negligence in searching her daughter's body as it remained traceless even after months since her missing. He expressed disappointment that despite assurance from the governor and chief minister and CBI arresting suspect in her murder case last year, her body is yet to be located, due to which her last rites is yet to be performed.
Pendabagidi amna haining badi lay tasengna harabada aina kai hagadabno di khangde angambasingna taroi khalanga tabigi dragadi khangde tasengna harabada ngasi bautu amna neglected oina leibase masidi amna pende isagi mamandu moina hojik laiba mamanje paisa ni lepa yabadi nate khwaidai maroiba ai paisa pamde isado atuba matamda isado hana pibudune pamije aibo smaina tona social work ko tona tam kuino thambigi digono tasengna hojik laiba sarkar sina amadi leiriba akhui mapima power ba assembly sida atu matamna matama pibiraga saji phangnaba nokhoi phamdana leibe adre mayam gini masigi jina santi je haiba nupi masa masu nupa masa anga innocent obaje masigi jibo khonguli bangam dragadi kadai da santi por kadoino je mokoi masa da jo hangada baniba isa apokpa isa isa ri da thomagadi kamaina togada ge khanbiyo mokoi masa mak he apokpa nati na laitopra tasengna harabadi mokoi laithui na lawningi.
Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on upcoming 3-day intensified pulse polio immunization campaign for children. We'll be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
मैं ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯦꯁꯇꯤꯡ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯣꯐꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯔꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯐꯦꯕ꯭ꯔꯨꯋꯥꯔꯤ 29 ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯣꯝꯕꯣ ꯁꯦꯠꯇ ꯂꯨꯄꯥ 13,690 ꯍꯧꯔꯒ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯇꯤꯚꯤ ꯋꯥꯁꯤꯡ ꯃꯦꯆꯤꯟ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯋꯥꯁꯤꯡ ꯃꯦꯆꯤꯟ ꯐ꯭ꯔꯤꯖ ꯂꯧꯕꯤꯕꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯛꯀꯤ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯆꯒꯅꯤ ꯂꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯀꯄꯜ ꯑꯃ ꯈꯟꯒꯠꯆꯔꯒ ꯊꯥꯏꯂꯦꯟ ꯍꯅꯤꯃꯨꯟ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯞ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯌꯥꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯀꯨꯞꯄ ꯃꯔꯣꯜꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛ ꯂꯦꯡꯁꯤꯟꯕꯤꯔꯛꯁꯤ ꯃꯦꯖꯣ ꯍꯕ ꯀꯩꯁꯥꯝꯄꯥꯠ ꯀꯣꯟꯖꯦꯡ ꯍꯖꯥꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏ
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Primetime, the English Bulletin, and moving on with our bulletin. 3-day intensified pulse polio immunization campaign for children between 0 to 5 years of age and the National Immunization Day will begin the 3rd of March. Directorate of Family Welfare Services encourage all the parents to administer polio drops to their children without fail during the campaign. Directorate of Family Welfare Services and State Health Society NHM Manipur jointly organized a media sensitization program in connection with the upcoming campaign today. Additional Director of Family Welfare Services, Dr. Chambo Golmai, said though India has not reported polio cases since 2011, polio virus has killed several children in neighboring Afghanistan and Pakistan. He said India was certified as a polio-free nation in 2014 and the intensified pulse polio immunization campaigns aims to totally eliminate polio from the country. Speaking to media, State Immunization Officer Dr. Ketrimayun Memcha said efforts will be made to cover all 3,53,000 beneficiaries during the campaign. She said 712 supervisors will be engaged across 3,564 polio booths in 16 districts to administer polio drops to children on March 3. Boot Day and house-to-house administration of polio drops will be carried out on March 4 and 5. Dr. Memcha also said pulse polio immunization camp will be open for 2 days at relief camps, transit points and bus stops. She appealed to relevant authorities to enhance polio surveillance tools.
We don't want this virus to be imported again. Yamna disabled with lainani and even with this pulse polio, have the this polio ge laina se asigi laina se di yam sathi graba aduna ahoye angang sing sida paralyzed to goba leiba adu paralyzed to ba shi su ya ba asum haina thokpegi laina ne
angang khudima akoi 02 masai haibado 5 years fogni manungda leiba angang singda haiba numit sida akoi polio drop ani se pithak horaga makai magi hanagi routine immunization ga mari among leina de ko ngarang hana kuina hata mai mamangda ma routine immunization da hidak se thakre khale mathang akoi tang ahum sida next week sida ma se polio hauji akoi polio national immunization day tare sida su pithak bi gane ba akoi na ngarang han thakre ma tharoi haiba leite without magi kaino do routine immunization gi ma pithak pra pithak taraga mari su lei leina de aduna 0 to 5 hong manung da leiba hek angang kujimak ngarang dang thakrasu sigi se amu numit sida mu pithak pigadaba.
Thoubal DC and District Election Officer Ahanthim Suvas has convened a meeting of officials who will be acting as nodal officers for upcoming Lok Sabha election in Thoubal District. He has advised the nodal officers to complete all pending works and not to take leave before completion of the election. District Legal Services Authority Thoubal and Legal Ad Clinic Samaram Thoubal jointly organized a one-day awareness on Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection Act 2015 and Free Legal Ad at Shining Academy in Langathil, Thoubal District. Today, District Legal Services Authority Thoubal paneled lawyer Mayang Langbam Swami spoke on the POCSO Act 2012 and lawyers' Perspective and Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection Act 2015 and District and Session Judge Thoubal Samom Vijayant elaborated on the POCSO Act 2012 and Free Legal Ad at the event. Vice-Chancellor of Manipur University, Professor N. Lokendra, yesterday launched a 3-day communication and outreach program cum photo exhibition on various undertakings of Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led central government in the past 9 years. Central Bureau of Communication Regional Office Imphal organized event under the Ministry of Information and Broadcast at Law Department of Manipur University. Professor N. Lokendra states that Prime Minister Narendra Modi led government envisions for a Viksit Bharat by 2047. He appealed to everyone to avail the benefits of various schemes launched by the government. Head of Law Department, Manipur University, Dr. Y. Premananda, Dean of Social Sciences, Manipur University, Professor T.H. Purnima, Finance Officer of Manipur University, Professor Ilangbam Nixon, Head of Southeast Asian Studies, Manipur University, Professor Chinglin Maishnam, and Field Publicity Officer of CBC Regional Office Imphal, Dr. Nongmaithim Rina, attended the event.
Chaukhatpa Bharat developed country ama oibse asi soidin muki masing namgade na kwi thajai aduna masida khigi langnana ba hono basida ano ono ba program akhoi gi flagship kind program mayam gul ano lai adu flagship program sing ase United Nations ki moi gi development goal akhoi trat le UN development goal trat flagship program sing ase sema matamda UN development goal trat siga hairap so dum sanana sema oina akhoi na di ui aduna project hau gi ba sahi mapan tara se gi akhoi na tungda projects to duna yeng matamda di Sweden Honorable Prime Minister by 2047 okay because Bharat Sweden Purapangam gani haiba asi ai jo thajai aduna masi haijaraga ai manam promo amuhan korbe.
Two-day state-level symposium on education for a better society, jointly organized by Veer Tigendrajit University and Dhanamanjuri University, ended today at the auditorium of Dhanamanjuri College of Arts. Several distinguished personalities graced the event. At the closing event, convener of the symposium, Dr. Johnson Luwang, emphasized the need to enlighten the masses with new norms of modern education system to enhance peace and development in a society. During the two-day event, research persons elaborated on the topics related to medical, sports, politics, culture, humanities, law, spiritual education, science and technology. Technology Council, Mastec, Government of Manipur and Wycombe Mani Girls College Thobald held popular science talk on girls in science at the college seminar hall today. National Science and Technology Council, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, New Delhi sponsored the event. Johnstone Higher Secondary School Senior Lecturer Dr. Chumkhamd Indira was the resource person. Kadar-Jiribam District Committee strongly condemned the recent bomb attack at headquarters of a students' organization inside the Dhanamanjuri University campus on February 23, which left one student dead and another injured. Press note from the committee urged relevant authorities and government to prevent such acts in future. Khergaon MLA Sheikh Nurul Hassan was presented with Indian Institute of Mass Communication Alumni Association Connection Award 2024 for public service on February 25. The association organized a meet at IICM New Delhi headquarters. MLA Sheikh Nurul Hassan is an alumni of IICM English Journalism 2012-13 batch. Life Saviors Manipur organized a one-day blood donation camp at Babina Blood Center in the Khabeshoi today. The camp was held in association with National Health Mission Manipur State Blood Cell and HDFC Bank. Around 20 volunteers donated bloods. Indian Army organized an ex-servicemen rally at Vishnupur for the district of Vishnupur, Imphal East, Imphal West, Thoubal and Kokching yesterday. The rally aims at facilitating ESM community address their grievances related to pension, personal documentations and other anomalies. General Officer commanding the Red Shield Division was the chief guest of the event, which witnessed a significant turmoil of over 450 veterans, Veer Naresh and widows. The GOC expressed gratitude to the veterans and their families for their service and sacrifice towards the nation. He also acknowledged the invaluable assistance and cooperation provided by the ESM community during the prevalent security situation in Manipur. A large numbers of dedicated assistant booths were established to provide support and guidance on the crucial matters including healthcare, pensions, anomalies, and ECHS polyclinic service. Medical specialties from the armies and district civil hospitals also organized a medical camp to address the need of the attendees. A CSD outlet was also established at the rally. 69 Battalion CRPF Commandant Bajrang Lal in the aegis of Manipur and Nagaland sector CRPF IGP Akhilesh Prasad Singh handed over a newly constructed kitchen and dining hall of Kripa Foundation to Koirenge today. Director and the inmates of Kripa Foundation and CRPF top officers and personnel were present on the occasion. The initiative was taken as a part of civic action program of CRPF. Now the news from the world of sports. Manipur University has so far bagged a gold medal and bronze medal in the 4th Khelo India University Games, which is being hosted by Assam from February 19 and 29. A total of 19 athletes and 4 officials consisting of both men and women are representing Manipur University in the game. Oinam Elsund won a gold medal in men's discus throw, while the Huidrom Bhumeshwari of Biramangol College won a bronze medal in women's 1500 meter race. Tokchom Kunjarani of Prabhavati College has sailed into semi-finals after beating Chandigarh University's Shelja 5-0 in the women's 60 kg boxing. Manipur team who won team champions title at 14th Men's Junior Master Divyang Junior Men's and Women's Sports Model Physique, Ladies Women's Sports Model Physique and Ladies Women's Swimsuit National Championship was received warmly at the Imphal International Airport. Manipur clinched 5 silver medals and 5 bronze medals in the championship, which was held under the aegis of Indian Bodybuilders Federation from February 23 to 25 at Chennai. In the championship, 4 Manipur players secured 4th positions and 2 of them have secured 5th position, as Bungcha and Amba President and Ratand were manager and coach respectively of the team. Altogether, 325 players of 25 units from across India compete in various weight category in the championship. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Former ADC members demand replacement of Tribal Affairs Minister led by Home Kit and conduction of pending ADC elections together with upcoming Lok Sabha polls. Chief Minister Nongtuan Bireen launches National E-Vidhan application. Manipur Legislative Assembly goes digital. House members will have access to comprehensive digital resources. Chief Minister Nongtuan Bireen launches project under GAD and Transport Department. Gadget copies of last 67 years dating back to 1950 successfully digitized. MPCC President K. Megachandra says the Congress Party is all set to raise Manipur crisis and various other issues in State Assembly session which begins tomorrow. People continue widespread protests and unabated, demanding abrogation of suspension of Operation Bag with cookie militants, removal of Assam rifles and implementation of NRC in Manipur. A 3-day intensified pulse polio immunization campaign for children between 0 to 5 years of age at the National Immunization Day set to begin on the 3rd of March. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, have a great evening and always stay safe.
Siri Siri Gaurachandraya Namaha. Purvashram Daikoi Kwagi Rakta Tinbirambi. Akoi Jam Ongbi Yumna Priyabati Devina Mahaki Nushijaraba. Imung Manung Shagai Nate Marup Mapang Kwai Pumna Maputhadok Lamlaga. How Kiba February Kunda Sri Krishna Chaitana Manjuri Dasini Haibanam Punjatuna Brindavan.